him how to create a database in Microsoft Access. But before we started to create the database and the records and the tables, we need to understand what is a database. A database is a repository of information, whether it be art, whether it be music, whether it be inventory. So we'll be looking at how to create our two tables, setting the data types and the field properties within the
We will
tables.
be creating
So
our
let's go.
first database. So we'll be launching Access, clicking on blank database, give it a name, stocks, click on create, and voila, we have our first database. See you in the next session. Welcome. So we'll be creating our first table in the design data sheet view. So we're going to click on create table. It will set as table 1. We're going to change the column name, double clicking on the column, set it to stock ID, enter, and we're going to set it to number as its primary field. Now we're going to give it a name. Now we're going to click on global assets. Okay, and we have our first table.
Data types. You may ask yourself, what are these? These are the ways how to structure your records in a table. But for this session, we'll be looking at author number, and text.
Now we're going to be creating a table using the design view. So we click create, design view, give the first field name to be stock ID, and we're going to set a data type to be number. Now we're going to save our table. We click on the X on the table bar where it's going to give you a prompting to save name. We're going to be looking at the data types. Now there are various types of data types in Access. So you have short text, long text, number, and date and time. But for this session, we're looking at number, and we're going to be setting it as our primary key. To set it as our primary key, we'll select the icon primary key over to the right of our screen. Are you seeing it, guys? Let's go. Now, it gives you the indication that it has been set. Now, we have selected our Burrito FX. Now we're going to be creating a second column, which we'll have to use for our record insertion. And we're giving that name. And the data type. Now we're going to save our table. We click on the X on the table bar where it's going to give you a prompting to save name. So we're going to save our table so we can be able to insert our first record. Let's go. So select Burrito FX, put in our stock ID, which will be 112. Our stock name, which will be coins. There it is, your first record. So we have created our database called stocks. We have created our two tables, Burrito FX and global assets, and inserted some values in them, and also setting it as a primary key. We looked at this datasheet view and the design view in this video lesson. So see you in our next video lessons. Bye.